the most courageous act is still to think for yourself, aloud. Coco Chanel. Hey damsels. Have you ever wondered what goes through people's minds when they encounter someone who defies the norms and forges their own path? Today, we're delving into the fascinating world of Sigma females, those intriguing individuals who embody independence and mystery in a way that challenges conventional expectations. We're going to break down the 8 brutally honest ways people perceive Sigma females, and trust me, this is one countdown you don't want to miss. Stick around till the end to satisfy your curiosity and uncover the truths about this captivating personality type. Let's dive in and discover how Sigma females truly make their mark on the world. Ready to explore? Let's get started. Number 8. Cold-hearted. Sigma females are often labeled as cold-hearted, but that's mostly because they don't wear their emotions on their sleeves. They're not the types to gush about their feelings or break down in public. Instead, they keep a cool, composed exterior, which can make them seem unfeeling to those who don't know them well. Imagine a scenario where everyone in the office is stressing out about a big deadline. While others are visibly anxious, she's the one calmly ticking off tasks on her to-do list, seemingly unbothered by the chaos around her. Her colleagues might think she's indifferent, but in reality, she's just exceptionally good at managing stress and keeping her emotions in check. In relationships, this trait can be even more pronounced. She's not the one to flood your phone with texts or make grand romantic gestures. Instead, she shows her affection through subtle actions and thoughtful gestures. She might remember your favorite book and surprise you with a first edition, but she's not going to write you a love poem. Her way of caring is understated, which can sometimes be misinterpreted as lack of feeling. Take family gatherings, for instance. While everyone else is getting teary-eyed over old photo albums, she's the one making sure everyone's got enough to eat and that the evening runs smoothly. Her practical approach to emotions can make her seem detached, but she's just channeling her care into actions rather than words. Friends might joke that she's the ice queen of the group, but those closest to her know that beneath that cool exterior is a warm, loyal heart. She's the one you can rely on in a crisis, the friend who will drop everything to help you move apartments or talk you through a tough decision. Her loyalty runs deep, even if she doesn't always show it in conventional ways. So while Sigma females might come across as cold-hearted, it's really just their way of protecting their inner world and maintaining control. They value genuine connections and express their feelings in their own unique, often understated ways. If you take the time to understand them, you'll find that their hearts are anything but cold. They're just guarded and discerning about who they let in. Number 7. Afraid of commitment. Sigma females are often seen as afraid of commitment, and it's not because they're flaky or unreliable. They just have a strong sense of independence and a serious aversion to anything that might tie them down. Commitment, whether it's in relationships, jobs, or even hobbies, can feel like a loss of freedom to them. In the dating world, she's the one who might hesitate before labeling a relationship. While others are eager to update their relationship status on social media, she's more likely to keep things ambiguous. It's not that she's not interested, she just needs to be absolutely sure before taking that step. And let's be honest, the idea of forever can be pretty intimidating when you cherish your solo time as much as she does. Imagine planning a weekend getaway with friends. While everyone is booking flights and packing bags, she's the one who might wait until the last minute to confirm. It's not that she doesn't want to go. She just needs to weigh all her options and ensure it won't interfere with her much-needed alone time. Her friends might joke about her being a commitment phobe, but she's just making sure she's 100% in before saying yes. At work, this tendency can show up as a reluctance to commit to long-term projects or rigid career paths. While her colleagues are climbing the corporate ladder, she's more likely to hop around, seeking roles that allow her to learn and grow without being stuck in one place for too long. She's the queen of the side hustle, always exploring new opportunities to keep things fresh and exciting. Even with hobbies, she's the type who might dabble in a dozen different activities without fully committing to one. One month it's yoga, the next it's painting, and then maybe she's into coding. It's not about being fickle, She just loves the freedom to explore and experiment without being locked into a single pursuit. So, while Sigma females may seem afraid of commitment, it's really about preserving their independence and freedom. They value flexibility and the ability to pivot when something doesn't feel right. And once they do commit, you can bet it's because they've thought it through and are genuinely invested. Until then, they'll keep weighing their options and enjoying the freedom to choose their own path. Number 6, put together. Sigma females often seem like they have it all together. They walk into a room with an air of confidence, their outfits are on point, and they manage to juggle a dozen tasks without breaking a sweat. It's as if they have a secret manual on how to be effortlessly put together, and everyone else missed the memo. But here's the kicker. Beneath that polished exterior is a whirlwind of organized chaos. Sure, her desk looks like a minimalist dream, but don't be fooled by the neatness. There's probably a drawer full of random bits and bobs that only she can navigate. It's like a magician's hat. From the outside, it looks simple, but inside, it's an entire world. Take her morning routine, for example. To the casual observer, she's the epitome of grace and efficiency. Up at dawn, sipping a perfectly brewed cup of coffee, and out the door looking flawless. What you don't see is the controlled madness behind it. Alarm clock set 15 minutes fast, outfit pre-planned 3 days ago, and a stash of dry shampoo for those just-in-case moments. In meetings, she's the one with the calm demeanor, presenting ideas that are both insightful and practical. Her colleagues might think she's naturally gifted, but she's probably done hours of preparation behind the scenes. She has backup plans for her backup plans, making sure she's ready for anything that comes her way. Even socially, she's got it down. She remembers birthdays, shows up on time, and always knows the right thing to say. Her friends marvel at how she can balance so many relationships without dropping the ball. Little do they know, she's got a mental Rolodex and a calendar that would make a CEO proud. So, while Sigma females may appear effortlessly put together, it's all about meticulous planning and a knack for making it look easy. Beneath that cool exterior is a strategic mind, constantly at work to ensure everything runs smoothly. And honestly, watching her pull it off is nothing short of impressive. Number 5, manipulative. Sigma. Females often get labeled as manipulative, but it's not like they're plotting world domination. They just have a knack for understanding people and situations better than most. It's like they're playing 3D chess while everyone else is still figuring out checkers. This ability to see the bigger picture and anticipate outcomes can make them seem like master manipulators. Picture a typical office scenario. There's a new project up for grabs, and everyone's scrambling to get noticed. The Sigma female? She's sitting back, observing the chaos and waiting for the perfect moment to make her move. She'll casually mention her unique skills to the right people at the right time, and suddenly, it's like the project was meant for her all along. Colleagues might think she's pulling strings behind the scenes, but she's just playing her cards smartly. Her talent for influence extends to everyday interactions too. She's the friend who can convince the whole group to try a new restaurant, or the one who always gets her way without anyone realizing it. It's not about deception. She just knows how to frame her suggestions in a way that makes everyone else think it was their idea. You might walk away from a conversation thinking, "Wow, I really want to do that," not realizing she subtly steered you in that direction. Take a weekend getaway plan, for example. While everyone else is arguing over destinations, she'll drop a few well-placed hints about a charming, out-of-the-way spot she discovered. Before you know it, everyone's on board, thinking it was their brilliant idea to go there. Her ability to subtly guide decisions is almost like a superpower. But here's the thing, she's usually doing it for the greater good. She's not out to manipulate people for selfish reasons. She just sees the most efficient path and helps others get there without the usual fuss. It's about creating win-win situations, even if it means using a bit of finesse. So while she might come off as manipulative, it's really just her strategic mind at work. She's not playing games to control people. She's navigating life with a level of insight that most of us can only dream of. And if you ever find yourself on the receiving end of her influence, just remember, it's probably for the best. Number 4. Creative. Sigma females are known for their creativity, but not in the way you'd expect. They're not just painting landscapes or writing poetry, though some might be. Their creativity seeps into every aspect of their lives. They're the ones who can turn a simple problem into an elegant solution, like MacGyver with a twist of flair. Imagine you're stuck with a jammed door. While most people are calling a locksmith or resigning themselves to a night in the hallway, the Sigma female is already halfway through constructing a makeshift lockpick from a hairpin and a pen cap. It's not about showing off, it's just how her mind works. She sees possibilities where others see dead ends. In the workplace, this creativity translates to innovative ideas and unconventional approaches. While others are following the standard procedure, she's finding a faster, smarter way to get things done. It's like she's got a built-in radar for efficiency and originality. Her boss might initially be skeptical, but once they see her results, it's clear she's a valuable asset. Even in her personal life, creativity is her constant companion. She's the friend who throws together an impromptu dinner party with whatever's left in the fridge, and it somehow turns into a gourmet meal. Or she's the one who finds a new route to work that avoids all the traffic just because she thought to explore a side street one day. Her creativity isn't just about being artistic. It's about thinking outside the box in all areas of life. She's the problem solver, the innovator, the one who makes life a bit more interesting and a lot more efficient. So while others might see her as quirky or unconventional, she's just operating on a higher level of ingenuity. And honestly, who wouldn't want that kind of creativity around? Damsels, if you're finding this video insightful and engaging, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It's the best way to stay updated with all our latest content and ensure you never miss out on more deep dives like this one. Thanks for watching. Number 3. Antisocial. Sigma females are often labeled as antisocial, like they're allergic to social gatherings. It's not that they hate people, they just value their alone time immensely. While others are out mingling at parties, she's the one you'll find at home, probably curled up with a good book or working on a passion project. It's not about being a hermit, it's about quality over quantity when it comes to social interactions. Picture this. There's a big office party everyone's excited about. People are chatting about what they'll wear and who's bringing the best snacks. The Sigma female, on the other hand, is planning her strategic exit before the party even begins. She might show up for a bit, make polite conversation, and then suddenly disappear without a trace. People might think she's being rude or uninterested, but she just has a limited social battery and knows how to use it wisely. Her friends and colleagues might joke that she's a bit of a mystery, always elusive and hard to pin down for plans. But those who know her well understand that when she does choose to spend time with you, it's meaningful. She's not about small talk or surface-level interactions. She craves deeper connections and real conversations. Despite appearances, Sigma females can be great friends and companions. They just operate on a different social wavelength. She might not be the life of the party, but she's the one you can count on for a heart-to-heart at 2 a.m. Her seeming antisocial behavior is just her way of preserving her energy for the moments that truly matter. So, while she might skip the happy hour, don't be surprised if she's the first to show up when you really need her. Number 2. Intimidating. Sigma females are often seen as intimidating, and it's not because they're trying to be scary, it's just that their confidence and independence can be a bit overwhelming for some. They walk into a room like they own it, and suddenly, everyone else feels like they're at a job interview. It's not uncommon for people to feel a little on edge around a Sigma female. She's the one who speaks her mind without hesitation, while everyone else is still figuring out how to phrase their thoughts. Her straightforwardness can be mistaken for bluntness, but she's just cutting through the fluff to get to the point. In a world full of small talk, she's dropping truth bombs, and not everyone knows how to handle that. At work, she's the colleague who's not afraid to point out flaws in a plan, but she's also the one who'll come up with the solutions. Her ability to see through the nonsense and focus on what really matters can make her seem a bit intense. You can almost see the gears turning in her head, figuring out the next move while others are still on the opening gambit. Even socially, her self-assuredness can throw people off. While everyone else is debating where to go for dinner, she's already made a reservation at the best spot in town. It's not about control. She just knows what she wants and goes for it. This decisiveness can be a bit jarring for those used to endless group texts and indecision. Take a casual gathering, for instance. While everyone else is nervously trying to make small talk, she's diving into deep conversations about life goals and passions. It's like she's skipped the appetizers and gone straight to the main course. People might feel like they're under a microscope, but really she's just genuinely interested and doesn't have time for superficiality. So yes, Sigma females can come across as intimidating, but it's not out of malice. Their confidence, decisiveness, and directness set them apart in a world where many are still finding their footing. Once you get past that initial impression, you'll find someone who's not only fascinating but also inspiring. Just don't be surprised if she's already 3 steps ahead of you, making things happen while you're still figuring out what to say next. Number 1. Disconnected. Sigma females are often seen as disconnected, like they're operating on a different wavelength from everyone else. It's not that they're aloof or uninterested. They just value their inner world a lot. They're the ones who might seem lost in thought during a conversation, not because they're bored, but because their mind is already a few steps ahead, processing and analyzing. Take a typical social gathering. While everyone else is chatting about the latest Netflix series or the weekend plans, she's more likely to be pondering the meaning of life or the next big idea she wants to tackle. She might zone out in the middle of small talk, leading others to think she's not fully present. In reality, she's just more interested in deeper, more meaningful conversations, which can make everyday chit-chat seem a bit dull. At work, this perceived disconnection can show up as a tendency to prefer solo projects over team efforts. While the rest of the office is brainstorming in a meeting room, she's at her desk, coming up with innovative solutions on her own. Her colleagues might see this as standoffish, but she simply thrives in environments where she can focus deeply without interruptions. Even with friends and family, she might seem a bit detached. While everyone's planning the next big family reunion, she's the one who needs a bit more convincing to attend. It's not that she doesn't care. She just needs more time to recharge and prepare for social interactions. She'll show up eventually, but she might arrive late, leave early, or take frequent air breaks to decompress. For example, imagine a group trip to the beach. While everyone else is building sandcastles or playing volleyball, she might be off to the side, absorbed in a book or just enjoying the sound of the waves. Friends might joke that she's in her own world, and they'd be right. But that world is a place of creativity and introspection where she recharges and finds inspiration. So while Sigma females may seem disconnected, it's just their way of staying true to themselves and maintaining their inner balance. They're not ignoring the world, they're just engaging with it in a way that makes sense to them. And once you understand that, their occasional detachment becomes less about being distant and more about valuing quality over quantity in their interactions. Thanks, damsels, for tuning in. See you in the next vid. Bye for now and stay safe.